Fear, blame, conspiracy. Next on Global Pulse. How these international broadcasters are covering the ripple effect of the swine flu outbreak. Despite repeated assurances from health officials that the new flu strain was mainly spread by human contact, fear of pork gripped the world, as Russia Today and China's CCTV report.
The Agriculture Ministry have imposed a ban on pork imports from Mexico and the 3 infected U.S. states.
And there's been a complete ban on any raw meat being brought by travellers in their hand luggage from America.
Even countries untouched by the flu took strong precautions. SABC questioned Egypt's move to slaughter pigs.
And Egypt has ordered the mass culling of hundreds of thousands of pigs. This as precaution as swine flu nears the borders of the North African country. Experts say the culling of pigs in Egypt is unlikely to affect the spread of swine flu, but could help quell public panic.
NHK English showed how farmers in Thailand protected their swine from humans.
Thai companies operating large pig farms put measures into place on Monday. They are stepping up programs to monitor hygiene and say that any workers with flu-like symptoms will not be allowed to work in the farms.
As nations ostracized Mexico, the epicenter of the outbreak, CNN found people rejecting the idea that their country was to blame.
Not one person here believes that the virus originated in Mexico.
Somebody got it in Canada and then gave it to somebody in the United States who brought it here. It's a fever from Asia that came here to this country.
You know, all the drug problem is Mexico's fault. Everything is always There's one jalapeno which gets some old lady sick in Indiana. It's definitely Mexican. So, I mean, Mexico is the thing the U.S. always kicks around.
Even Mexico found someone to blame, a U.S. pork processor, as France 24, CNN, and ABC reported.
This is ground zero in the swine flu outbreak, La Gloria. A month ago, La Gloria had its own flu epidemic. More than 800 people in the town of 2,000 got sick.
When people here heard that a case of swine flu had been traced to this area, few were surprised. And in the next breath, they'll tell you they think they know where it came from.
The industrial pig farm is huge and owned by American company Smithfield Foods. But the Mexican Department of Agriculture and the company itself said they've done testing and the tests have come back negative.
For the past 2 years, villagers have complained about sanitary conditions on the farm. They say the smell of rotting carcasses and manure is overwhelming. It's all part of the largest pig farming company in the world, with nearly 1 million pigs raised here each year.
Galavision showed how some people searched for ways to protect their health, while others looked for ways to line their wallets.
Sales of vitamin C and antiviral medications are up 300 to 500%. Some pharmacies are limiting the sale of face masks, but some people are buying large quantities and reselling them on the street at a big markup.
Flu fear sparked a run on face masks in Japan. FCI's reporters went to extremes to tell the story.
The sale of medical masks and goggles has dramatically increased. This company is flooded with orders for medical supplies from people not only in medical offices, but also ordinary people.
The sudden appearance of the flu virus sparked a lot of questions. ITN and Russia Today found no trouble presenting extreme theories.
The scientists are very alarmed by the way it's being spread and the speed at which it's being spread. And it's their conclusion that this is a very unusual form of flu because it looks like it is a product of some gene splicing. To them, it doesn't look like this is naturally occurring.
If there's one thing you can count on to spread faster than a deadly virus, it's conspiracy theories about that virus. Infowars.com dubiously inform us that top globalists, including former Secretary of Defense Donald Rumsfeld, have financial interests in Tamiflu, the drug being stockpiled by governments across the world, and leave you to draw your own conclusions from that.
For Global Pulse, I'm Erin Coker.
This program is brought to you by Link TV for educational and non-commercial use only. Link TV is the only US network dedicated to global and national news, uncompromising documentaries, and diverse cultural programs. programs that connect you to the world.